Programming brought to you by AWI Networks, Smarter Internet.
Thanks for joining St. George News at 8. I'm Scott Beadle. The governor of Utah ordered flags lowered to half-staff Saturday in honor of a fallen National Guardsman. Staff Sergeant Aaron Butler of Bravo Company, 1st Battalion, 19th Special Forces Group, was killed during operations in Afghanistan on August 16th. His body was returned home on Thursday. Governor Gary Herbert has ordered flags to be lowered to half-staff on Saturday, the day that Butler will be laid to rest. Funeral services are set for Saturday at noon in the Monticello LDS Stake Center. Prior to that, a viewing will be held from 9 till 11:30. Interment will be at the Monticello City Cemetery. A woman was injured after falling down a steep embankment while hiking the cliffs east of Telegraph Street last night. Around 6:30, emergency personnel responded to the scene near Purgatory Flat. Search and rescue teams were also called in to help. Rescuers discovered the hiker was about 100 feet down from the top of a 400-foot cliff. Medical flight crew began assessing her injuries. She was then placed in a rescue basket. She was eventually flown to a ground ambulance and taken to Dixie Regional Medical Center for treatment. The Red Cross is seeking blood donations and doing so with a campaign to make you look good as you do good. They're teaming up with Sport Clips haircuts for that drive. People who give blood or platelets during the month of September will get a coupon for a free haircut. Donors will need to have a valid email address to get that coupon. Donors are urged to make an appointment online using the Blood Donor app or by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. For a complete list of upcoming blood drives in the area, you can visit stgeorgenews.com. A Bureau of Land Management agent is in hot water, according to a new report by federal investigators. Daniel Love, who played a key role in the 2014 standoff with rancher Cliven Bundy, allegedly took valuable stones and handed them out, quotes, like candy to colleagues and a contractor, according to that report. He had previously been faulted for using his influence to get tickets to a sold-out Burning Man event. Investigators determined Love also told an employee to scrub emails requested by then-Representative Jason Chaffetz. The U.S. Attorney's Office for Utah has thus far declined to file criminal charges related to his alleged evidence mishandling. The BLM said Thursday he remains an employee, but declined to elaborate. The future of Bears Ears and the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument is unknown for now. Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke sent recommendations for 27 national monuments under federal review to the White House, but he did not make that report public. Zinke announced Thursday morning to the Associated Press he will not seek to rescind any national monuments set up by past presidents. However, he said he will press for some boundary changes. The White House did not comment on those recommendations, but confirmed it did receive them and will review them. 2 teens who were lost in the Grand Canyon for nearly a week have been found. Marcy Gonzalez has the details.
2 teens on a cross-country road trip to start college getting a 5-day crash course in survival after they turned off a trail during what was supposed to be a day-long hike in the Grand Canyon and got lost.
I don't think I could have done it with anyone else other than Rowan.
Reese McMichael and Rowan Fitch stranded in 100-degree heat with no cell phone signal to call for help, running out of water on the first day, surviving by drinking from puddles and rationing the 1 granola bar each they'd carried with them.
Every day we'd eat a piece of a granola bar about that big.
The 18-year-olds hiding out in the shade, but making sure if rescuers came for them, they'd know where to look.
We made a big sign with like rocks at the base of the trail that pointed to where we were.
And it worked. On the 5th day, a helicopter flew past and the stranded best friends were spotted.
I had this big lifeguard whistle. I started, blowing. We're like waving branches at it and stuff.
Rescuers from the National Park Service bringing them to safety. The teens dehydrated, but otherwise okay.
We both felt like a tremendous sense of relief.
Those teens say they did learn some big lessons, saying if they ever go hiking again, they'll take experts' advice, bring maps, and tell others where they're going ahead of time. Chief Meteorologist Chris Summers has your Southern Utah forecast coming up right after this.
The weather tonight is brought to you by AWI Networks, smarter internet.
And welcome back, everyone. A good Friday to us. Did see temperatures get back closer to average here late this afternoon. Made it back to 98 degrees as our high temperature here in St. George. That is right where we should be for this time of year. Record high 109 back in 1985. Overnight lows into the low 70s. It looks like some very dry and very warm air back in our forecast as we head to the weekend. Maybe pushing close to record high temperatures by Sunday, with our record highs by Sunday being about 108, being look like we could be seeing forecasted highs about 106. So definitely some very warm and some very dry air in our forecast the next several days. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. Again, not much going on around southern Utah. Did see a little cloud cover try to come into parts of the area. Had a few light showers too, just off to the east of St. George. But again, seeing a few more light showers down to our south. They're really starting to die out as they continue to push off to the north. It will keep that chance of rain out of the forecast for the weekend. Dry weather in the forecast, and the heat definitely turned back on as we get to both Saturday and Sunday. So what else can we expect to see? Well, dry, very warm, plenty of sunshine for your Saturday. Again, near record heat as we get to Sunday. Temperatures getting close to 106. Record high for St. George is 108, so we're going to be very close to that Sunday afternoon, and that hot weather continues into early next week, and it stays pretty dry too. Really not looking like a big chance of rain anytime soon. May bring a few isolated chances of rain back for about the middle part of next week. Here's your high temperatures from your Friday. Upper 80s around Cedar City, Enterprise at 90, 101. The high temperature in Vegas. We saw a high of 98 degrees in Hurricane, and like we said earlier, 98 degrees was the high today here in St. George. For tonight, we fall back in the mid-50s for Cedar City. Again, mainly clear skies out there. Otherwise, low to mid-70s overnight for much of southern Utah as you wake up early tomorrow morning. Northeast winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our forecast for Cedar City on your Saturday, partly to mostly sunny skies. That high temperature reaching 91 degrees, northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. St. George going for the triple digits for your Saturday, 102. That high temperature by Saturday afternoon. Again, lots of sunshine in the forecast. Southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. And high pressure in control of our weather, and with high pressure basically right over top of us. Hot temperatures and dry weather back in our forecast. Trying to see a little bit of rain, trying to sneak back into parts of Arizona, even into up to parts of Colorado and New Mexico. It looks like most of the rain is going to stay out of our area here with high pressure controlling our weather, and that record-breaking heat, or at least record-tying heat, in the forecast as we head to Sunday. It could possibly be around even on Monday as well. Overnight lows as we get into the 70s across much of the area, but we'll see highs back near 91 around Cedar City. 92 degrees of high temperature Enterprise, partly sunny skies. As we head to southern Utah, then we see temperatures of 102 for the high on Saturday near St. George. Again, lots of sunshine, maybe 106 in Mesquite. And our 7-day forecast as we get into Cedar City, showing temperatures staying in the low to mid 90s right into the weekend. Again, very warm temperatures even next week around Cedar City, with highs staying upper 80s to low 90s. And for southern Utah and St. George, again 106, the forecasted high on Sunday. Record high for the day is 108. So we're definitely going to be very close to that. 105 the high on Monday, and then keep the triple digits around even as we get to early next week too, with lots of sunshine and very warm weather in the forecast the next 7 days. So summer not quite done with us yet. We have a little bit of summer to go through here, and it'd be very close to that record high temperature on Sunday too. So heat definitely back in force across southern Utah.
Yeah, anytime you're flirting with a record high during the summer, that can be really uncomfortable.
We kind of were enjoying those temperatures in the 90s, but unfortunately the next 7 days are getting right back in the triple digits across our area the way it looks.
All right, thanks, Chris. Still ahead, the fan who never saw his team win the big one gets the last laugh. Not many of us get to have the last laugh, but that's not the case for 56-year-old Jeffrey Regal of New Jersey, who passed away of cancer last week. Jeffrey C. was a devoted Eagles fan. A season ticket holder for over 30 years, he was frustrated that the Birds never won a Super Bowl in his lifetime. So Jeffrey's last wish, spelled out in his obituary with a big dose of humor, was 8 Philadelphia Eagles as pallbearers so the Eagles can let him down one last time. Friends and family were not about to deny him that last wish, so 8 of his friends carried his casket to the St. Paul Cemetery, all of them donning Eagles jerseys.
Only Jeff Regal could do this, you know, at a time when everybody's bummed out, he puts a smile on everybody's face.
And despite battling renal cancer for the last 4 years, Regal clearly kept a sense of humor, and his funeral service was a combination of sadness, love, and laughter.
I'm sure everyone got a good kick out of that one to show that he has a good sense of humor. Even
It looks like his friends were doing their best.
yeah, exactly. To fulfill his last wishes, that's for
Yeah.
sure. We like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for watching.
We hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.